Hello friend, welcome to all of you. This online lecture number 8. In the previous lecture, we have discussed now on the BR Act 1949 section 29 and 30, which is the deal with the balance sheet preparation for banking company and audit of banking company. Also we are looking that in lecture the special audit RBI appoint for these in the case of the bank corruption, or in the case of the any doubt of the RBI, that time RBI appoint the special audit for the any banking company. Today we now the another point of the Bank Regulation Act 1949, the amalgamation of banking companies. So we know that the Bank Regulation Act exists in 1949 in India, and which is exist from the 16 March 1949. It is applicable to Jammu and Kashmir in 1956 also, and applicable to Cooperative Act in 1965. So what we learned from the previous lecture, we know that the under section 29 BI Act 1949 dealing with the provision in respect of preparation and submission duly audit and profit and loss account balance sheet of banking company before of the end of year, means the 31st March. And the section 29 is the deal with the provision respect account and balance and profit loss account, and the section 30 is deal with the audit of balance sheet and profit and loss account, and appointed the special audit and auditor to audit of banking company. And today we discuss the other point is the amalgamation of banking company under section 44 and 45. So there is a two type of the amalgamation, the voluntary amalgamation and compulsory amalgamation. So what is the meaning of the amalgamation? So amalgamation of banking company means the merge the one bank into the another bank and exist the new bank company. So amalgamation means also the merge of the banking company. The one banking company is merged into the another banking company. So the amalgamation of banking company, there is the under section 44A and 45 is the compulsory amalgamation. So suppose here the bank A and here the bank B. So A banking merged into the B bank, and the A bank is not exist is identification, and the B bank is exist his identification and work A bank as a B bank's branch also. So it is the idea of the amalgamation is, in simple word we say that the merge of the one banking company is another banking company. Now these days the government of India is declared that on the 1st April 2020 the 10 nationalized bank merged into the 4 big nationalized bank, and this is the also is the amalgamation of banking company. So first we looking the voluntary of banking companies amalgamation under section 44A. So under section 44, what is the suggests? It suggests that the deal with the provision in respect of voluntary amalgamation of banking company with the other banking company of India. So one banking company is merged into the another banking company of India is voluntary, and according to this scheme the content, terms and amalgamation is required to prepare and place before the shareholders of both banking companies separately. So both banking company who want to merge, they separately prepare their plan and present in front of their shareholders, and under this required is part the scheme majority of shareholders represent 2/3 shareholders of each company present in the meeting, and resolution of this effect passed. So they are necessary to pass the resolution and pass the majority of 2/3 of their shareholders for the scheme of amalgamation of banking company, and after that the merge is the happen about these two banking company. So voluntary amalgamation of banking company section 44 is looking also that if the shareholders who is not agree with the scheme can lodge his then with the RBI seeking for full value of his shares by giving due notice to this effect. So whenever some shareholders not satisfied when the scheme of the amalgamation, that time they want to withdraw their shares from the banking company, that time their full claim is returned by the banking company under the section 44. After the process of this scheme, the proposal sent to the RBI and RBI sanction and can looking some scrutiny under the scheme and approve or sanction the scheme of the amalgamation of banking company. After that, the one banking company pass on the right, asset and the liabilities to another banking company. So whenever the RBI is sanctioned the scheme of the amalgamation, then the rights of the A bank is transferred to the B bank, or the asset and liabilities of the first bank is transferred to the second bank also. The next type is the compulsory amalgamation throughout the RBI under section 45. The section 45 deal with the compulsory amalgamation of banking company by the Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank of India is the authorized under section 45U BR Act 1949 to apply to the central government for order of a moratorium in respect of any banking company. So whenever the central government is opinion that they need the one banking company is merged into the other banking company. Now these days some banking companies increase their NPA ratio, or some of the big banking companies not survive into the competition and this duration. So that's why the government thinking that the big banking company or small banking company now merge into the large banking companies. So the scheme of this is the prepared by the RBI and send the copy to the government sanction. When the RBI is opinion that there is a strong case of amalgamation of banking company, such amalgamation is considered that the RBI is satisfied for that. When the RBI is satisfied that the amalgamation, that time RBI prepare the plan. Like the example of here, on the 17th September 2018, the Vijaya Bank and Dena Bank is the merged into the Bank of Baroda. It is also the compulsory amalgamation which is the prepared by RBI and throughout the government. So Bank of Vijaya and Dena Bank is merged into the Bank of Baroda. So this is the compulsory amalgamation throughout the RBI prepared plan and proposal sent to the government, and government is the sanction the plan of the amalgamation of banking company. I will consider some things and the criteria for amalgamation. It is necessary to order amalgamation of banking company and the interest of the general public in the interest of depository of the banking company. So whenever the RBI prepare the plan of the amalgamation of banking company, they think that whether it is necessary or not the amalgamation of two banking company, and they thinking the interest of the general public, and they take a decision in the favor of the public and in the interest of the depositors of the banking company. They think that it is the appropriate or fit the amalgamation for the interest of the depositors. In the favor of depositors, they take the decision of the amalgamation. So after consideration, the other thing, the RBI prepared a scheme for amalgamation of banking company with the other banking company, and therefore the some preparation need for the amalgamation. So what are the preparation under this amalgamation? Terms and condition of the amalgamation. The terms and condition is prepared. So what are the assets is transferred to the second bank, what are the liabilities is paid by the second bank to the first bank's depositors. So there are terms and conditions prepared for the amalgamation of banking company. Change in appointment of the board of directors. The one banking company merged to the another banking company, that's why the board of directors is also changed. So changing the appointment of the board of directors who are directing the new banking company, or the who work in the board of directors. Change in memorandum and articles. Some of the articles need to be changed for the new banking companies, or that's why some memorandum and the articles pass in the resolution, and the scheme also will be provided for the continuation of the workmen and the other staff on the same terms and condition of the services rules applicable to them earlier. So whenever the amalgamation is done, so rules and regulation is the same for the first banking company staff to be merged into the second banking companies. There is no change for the staff, but their rules, regulation, salary is the same, and first bank's employee become the second bank's employee. Before that they work for the Bank of Vijaya, Bank of Dena. After that the amalgamation they work for the Bank of Baroda. So this kind of the amalgamation is the preparation done in the scheme of amalgamation. The scheme of amalgamation is said that the amalgamation requires the sanction of the central government for the above purpose of the draft. So this scheme is the sanctioned by the government. The scheme of amalgamation is required to the forward to the concerned banking company. The concerned banking company who want to the merge bank, which is the merge into other bank. So concerned banking company, transfer bank and central government and other concerned banking company for their suggestion and objection is the checking by the government. So concerned banking company like the Bank of Vijaya, Bank of Dena and transfer bank of the suppose the Bank of Baroda and the central government and the concerned banking company in the RBI give the suggestion for this amalgamation. When the government of India may accept the scheme in totality or with the some modification, then this scheme is the applicable. So government suggests the some modification, some suggestion, then this scheme is prepared for the amalgamation of banking company. The scheme of amalgamation will be come to force from the date of the sanction upon according the sanction to the scheme of the RBI by the central government. When the government is sanctioned on that date is the can force in the amalgamation, and on that date it become binding of banking companies, depositors, creditors, employees and all other persons having right or liability to banking companies. So after the sanction of the government on that date there is the binding on the all concerned parties to the follow the rules and regulation for the amalgamation. So all the banking company, depositor, creditors, employees, the binding they follow the procedure of amalgamation. The asset and the properties of banking company will stand transfer to and rest in transfer bank. How these days the government is the take intervention to amalgamation into the banking company. The amalgamation by the intervention throughout the central government. The central government has the power to acquire the banking companies. The Banking Regulation Act empowers the central government to acquiring banking company under section 36AE is the vital section. Now these days the sum of the weaker bank is merged into the strong banks, and whenever the NPA is increased, not possible to recovery for the weaker bank, that time government looking at the intervention and the take initiative to amalgamation of banking companies. So if the central government is satisfied that the banking company has on more than one occasion failed to comply with the direction which is given in written form, that time government take the decision of amalgamation of banking company. So the chance is given to the banking company for the complete their compliance and work as per the direction, but when the banking company failed to follow the direction and rules and regulation which is set up by the RBI and the government, that time the government take intervention and initiative to amalgamation of banking companies. And like the 1st April 2020, the Oriental Bank of Commerce and United Bank of India is the merged into the Punjab National Bank, is the also the amalgamation throughout the central government. So Oriental Bank of Commerce, United Bank of India is merged into the Punjab National Bank, and after that the total deposits of the Punjab National Bank is increased because of this amalgamation. So the NP of the all these two banks is the NP of the Punjab National Banks is the increase from The United Bank of India, the NPA is the 8.67. The Oriental Bank of Commerce NPA is the 5.93, and Punjab National Bank's NPA is 6.55. So after the merge, the NPA of the Punjab National Bank is increased 6.6 points because this effect of the amalgamation. But some of the good things, the depositors, total number of depositors is the increase in the Punjab National Bank, the number of employees increased, the number of branches also increase of this Punjab National Bank, and capital adequacy ratio is also is maintained by the Punjab National Bank. So it is the amalgamation throughout the central government. Amalgamation by the central government, therefore the government giving the direction to relating to banking company policy, and banking company is not protecting the interest of the depositors, and it may decide the acquire the undertaking of such banking company. So whenever the government think that the such a banking company not work in the favor of the public, that time government take decision and acquire this banking company and merge into the another banking company. So central government is concerned to the RBI as it is the thing necessary of the amalgamation by notify, order and acquire the undertaking of such banking company. So RBI is discussed with the government, and the government of India is also concerned with the RBI before of the taking acquired of the banking company or acquired of banking company or amalgamation of banking company. So central government concerned with the RBI before of the acquired of banking company and amalgamation of banking company. So a brief summary of this lecture, what we learn from this lecture. The amalgamation of banking company means like one bank is the merged into the second banks and exist new banks, and first bank is lost its identification, and the second bank is working his way, and sometimes the both combine and making of new banking companies. There is a two types of amalgamation: voluntary amalgamation and compulsory amalgamation. Two banks take a decision voluntary as per the proposal. The 2/3 of shareholders majority is required for the passing the scheme of the amalgamation is voluntary amalgamation, and compulsory amalgamation is throughout the RBI or throughout the central government. So section 44 is the provision about the voluntary amalgamation of banking company with order, and section 45 deal with the compulsory amalgamation, and also this is the section 36 AE is the vital section when the government take initiative and intervention to amalgamation of banking company. So throughout the RBI and throughout the government, it is the compulsory amalgamation done by the banking companies. So references for these topics, you can use the Mukund Mahajan book of Nirali publication, Sangre and T.N. Saveri book is also success publication available for this topic. And assignment question will be asked for this topic is the write a short notes on the amalgamation of banking company, or explain the types of amalgamation, voluntary amalgamation and compulsory amalgamation. So this question will be asked in examination for this. So thank you for watching this video. The next time we will see the next point of the under the Bank Regulation Act. The Bank Regulation Act